Hi, I'm Dr. Yum, and I'm here with a Dr. Yum house call. Parents, it's so hard to get kids to eat the foods that you want them to eat. And you know what can make things harder? Snacks. You know, it's one of those vicious cycles, right? Our kids don't eat the foods that we put in front of them at mealtime, and then later on they're a little bit hungry, so we offer them snacks. And then by the time we get to the next meal, they're full of snacks and they don't want to eat the meal that we gave them. And then we get into this cycle. And a lot of times those snack foods aren't as nutritious either. So I wanted to give you a tip, which is to create a feeding schedule. So what does that mean? Coach Mel and I write about a feeding schedule in our book, Raising a Healthy, Happy Eater, because we feel like it's such a great strategy to get out of that cycle of snacking and then not being interested in mealtime foods. So what that means is getting your kids on a schedule where you have feeding times, which are discrete times where you're feeding meals and hopefully very nutritious snacks. And then you have a period of an hour or two where you are not eating. That means that if a child says that they're hungry because maybe they're bored or maybe they didn't eat that well in the meal prior, you don't give in to snacks. You don't eat. That time is for growing. It's for working on other developmental skills. And it's a time to take a break from eating. So we have feeding times and then we have growing times. And what happens in those growing times is kids get a little bit hungry. And that's okay. We're not talking about letting kids be hungry all day, but developing a little bit of hunger over an hour or two is a manageable sensation that might help kids be more apt to try foods at meal times. So feeding times and growing times and setting that schedule may break that cycle. So make sure that you're taking that time and reassuring kids if they want to eat during growing times that it's okay. We're going to get to the next meal or snack very soon. Let's do something else. And then hopefully if they're a little bit hungry, they might want to try some of the foods that you've put out for that meal or snack. So stick with a schedule as much as you can, and hopefully you'll see yourselves getting out of that snacking pattern that might be sabotaging your mealtime efforts. Hope you enjoyed the tip. We'll see you next month.